Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new, my name is Alicia Darlene. I make a ton of videos all about pregnancy and mama. These videos in particular are going to be about pregnancy, your weekly update. I started at week 6 and I'm going to go all the way until I deliver. Hopefully that's pretty soon. I had my toddler at week 37, so this video in particular is going to be about week 36 and week 37. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Like I said, you can also turn on that notification bell and you can get an update every single time I come out with a new video. Like I said, I'm not only doing my pregnancy update videos, but I'm also doing videos about signs of labor, what I packed in my hospital bag, and just some other cool stuff like placenta encapsulation, what I thought about it, what my doctor had to say about it, when to give your toddler solid foods, because I have a toddler, she's 20 months old, and I'm also at week 37 here with this pregnancy, second baby. So just a whole lot of stuff going on, a whole lot of info. So if you can like and subscribe, like I said, to my channel, and I'll keep making a bunch of videos for you guys. So every single video, every single week, I just quickly mention that me and my husband are both able to stay home, that we make a full income from home. We don't have to leave to a job. We don't have to ask for time off. We don't have to take our kids to daycare, anything like that. We're able to make a full income from home, which full income means we pay all the bills from our house. We don't have an MLM. We don't have to go and, get commissions, tiny commissions. Like, we're making a full income from home. So if you want more information about that, that's going to be the first link in the description below, and you can get a whole bunch of info. You can follow my husband at Passive Income Lifestyles on YouTube as well. He kind of got me into the YouTube game, so if you want more information about that, you can totally go follow him and support him and his channel as well, because that'll also help me. Let's get into this week's video. Like I said, it's going to be week 36 and 37 together. I've been a little bit behind because, like I mentioned, I have a toddler, and I'm also, ending this pregnancy, going into the next phase of having 2 babies. I'm gonna have 2 under 2, so that's gonna be interesting. I'm excited and ready for it. So let's get into how you and baby are both changing and developing these couple weeks, 36 and 37. Okay, at week 36, baby is about 18 to 19 inches long and about 6 pounds. So that goes into baby is about the size of a romaine lettuce or a bunch of kale. So his or her immune system is growing, developing, doing really well, strengthening, getting stronger. But just know that your baby's immune system isn't actually completely fully developed until adulthood, but these next couple of weeks, they're just getting strong. Your baby's immune system is just getting stronger and stronger, ready for the outside world. So another cool thing this week is your baby's liver and kidneys are both fully developed, ready to go. Your baby is also shedding all of its lanugo, I think is how you pronounce it, but it's just kind of like the hairiness on your baby's skin. They're starting to shed off, meaning that to regulate your baby's body temperature, it's going to be the fat that it's accumulating now, so it's shedding the lanugo. It doesn't need that anymore. But your baby will probably still be born with a little bit of hair on their skin, so just know that they'll probably shed that off, especially if you have a more of like a preterm baby. You'll see that hair on baby skin. Breech baby, so if your baby has not turned head down yet, they are considered breech. They still do have plenty of time to turn, so don't worry about it. I mean, you can do certain exercises and you can see a chiropractor, things like that, to kind of get your baby to turn. You can do flips in the pool, all that good stuff to try to get your baby to get into the head down position. For me, my baby never flipped. She ended up being breech, so we had to have a C-section. And I literally did everything in the book to get her to turn. So just know that that happens sometimes too, and that's okay. Just my birth plan pretty much went out the window at that time, but just know that there is still time for your baby to turn. Some babies don't even turn until right before delivery. So just know that that is also a possibility. You don't have to just think C-section because of the breech baby. Some providers still do deliver breech babies if they feel comfortable with it. So you have plenty of options. If your baby hasn't turned just yet, there's still lots of time for them to turn. Okay, so let's talk about week 37 of baby's development and all that. What kind of combined mama symptoms for week 36 and 37, because it's a whole bunch of stuff. But let's just start week 37 with baby and we'll talk about mama after. Okay, so week 37, baby is about 19.5 inches long and about 6.25 pounds. Of course, that's just a rough estimate of what baby is. Your provider or your ultrasound tech can give you a more of an average of your specific baby, but that's just the average in general of what your baby weighs and what the length is. So for this week 37, your baby looks about the size of a canary melon. So baby should not be slowing down in kicks just yet. Yes, they are running out of room just because they're gonna get more crowded in there. There's gonna be less amniotic fluid because they are swallowing it. And your peak of amniotic fluid has already passed. That was about week 33 or 34, I believe. So just know that they are getting a little bit more crammed in there. There's gonna be not as much fluid and liquid that they're going to be floating in, but that should not decrease any of baby's movements. So you should be able to feel the movements the same as before. If that does decrease when you're doing your kick counts, because you should be able to feel at least 10 movements within 1 hour of baby, because they take like roughly 30-minute sleep cycles. So you should be able to feel at least 10 movements within 1 hour with your kick counts. If that decreases, then you need to tell your provider right away, because that could be a sign of distress. So you just want to make sure that you are on top of your kick counts from here on out. So your due date is coming super close. It's any day now. Your baby is actually not considered full term until you hit week 39. Just know that your baby still has a little couple things to do. Their lungs are still developing, their brain is still developing. Your baby would be perfectly fine if it was delivered at this week, but just know that those little tiny things are still need some time to develop, and you're not considered full term until week 39. You're almost there. Most babies are actually born with hair, whether it be a 1/2 inch to 1.5 inches of hair. Some of them only have peach fuzz. My little girl actually was born with like almost no hair. She was like a baldy. So just know that all that stuff, I mean, is normal no matter if they come out with hair or not. For this pregnancy, this little boy, we know that he has some hair because we could see it on the ultrasound. So it's just like a completely different pregnancy, of course, but we just know that he has at least a little bit of peach fuzz on his head in comparison to my daughter that didn't have any hair. So it's really interesting to experience this new birth. We'll see how baby looks. That's what I'm most excited about. My husband has bright green eyes, and I'm excited to see if this baby will have, his eyes green or blue. His family has like greenish and bluish eyes, so I'm excited to see if baby got those color. I know they say you can't really tell until like 6 to 9 months what baby's true eye color is, but I'm just excited to see if they come out even grayish or a little bit bluish. Hopefully we can kind of see if he has some color in his eye. Okay, so let's talk about mama now. So like I said, I'm combining 36 and 37 of mama's symptoms for this video. So it's super important just to be aware of your symptoms this week. So if you're having swelling, severe headaches, abdominal pain, vision changes, all of that could be a sign of preeclampsia, which can be pretty serious if you don't let your provider know about it. So if you're having any of those symptoms, let your provider know right away. They'll check your blood pressure, they'll check the protein in your urine, that kind of stuff. It definitely just happens in your 3rd trimester. It's not super common, so just start to look out for symptoms that are new. You might have a decrease in your appetite. That's normal too, just because you are running out of room. The baby is just kind of squished up there on your lungs and your stomach, and you might not have so much room to eat as big of portions as what you're used to. So it's just important to eat small, frequent meals throughout the day until your baby either drops or until you give birth. It's really important to do a child-proofing checklist. So this week, if you haven't already, it's a good idea just to put like those little plastic things on your plugs, to put them on your doorknobs, to put them on your stove, stuff like that you don't want baby to get into, or certain cabinets that have a bunch of cleaning chemicals. You want to make sure that those are locked, baby proof. It's a good idea if you haven't already to get on that, so you don't have to worry about it once baby's here. It's also a really good idea to know the signs of labor if you haven't already. I've been researching signs of labor from like the moment I turned into my 3rd trimester, just because I wanted to know and be prepared for the signs of labor. I actually made a video about the top 9 signs of labor just because I said I was researching them so much that I made a video about it because I knew about it. So if you haven't already, you can go and watch that video about the signs of labor, just so you know if labor is coming, if it's coming soon, the stuff that's normal, that kind of stuff. So you can check out that video. But just know that you are in your last month of pregnancy. Actually, you only have about 3 weeks left if baby comes like on your due date. Like I said, if you are a first-time mom, you might go past your due date. If you are not a first-time mom, you might, deliver anytime now. But just know that you might be dealing with some pelvic pain, which is normal. It's just your baby getting lower and lower into the birth canal. That's super common and even good that you can feel that pelvic pain. You want that to be there and even to increase these next couple of weeks. Yes, you may be waddling like a penguin and you might be feeling like there's a bowling ball between your legs if you haven't already, but just know that that is a really good sign that birth is coming soon. Just know that you can do some pelvic exercises, you can do some warm compress, you can do a warm bath, massages, you can prop your legs up, a whole bunch of stuff to kind of alleviate that pain. For me, all that stuff really helps. I'll kind of take like a deep squat and kind of see where that pressure is and kind of stay where the pressure is, and sometimes it'll shift. So I know that that'll kind of help. You can do that to kind of help with the pelvic pressure, but just know that's probably not going to be going anywhere, but it is a really good sign that labor is coming soon. If you haven't already finished your nursery, it's a really good idea to get on that this week, because yes, you do have a due date, but don't think that baby will wait until that due date. Like I said, you might have baby anytime now, or you might even go past your due date, but it's a good idea to have the nursery done so it's not something that you are worrying about that you have to finish once you get home. That's just kind of something you checked off the list, you don't have to worry about it. Last thing I want to mention is getting an exercise ball or like a birthing ball. It's just super comfortable. It's what I've been sitting on for a while now. If you're just like watching TV, if you're folding laundry, if you're working on the computer, anything like that, the birthing ball will definitely help with back pain. It'll help with pelvic pressure. It'll also help with your baby just to be more comfortable and to get lower and deeper into the birth canal. So it's just a good idea all around to get one. They're not too expensive. I think you could just get one on Amazon or like any sports store, anything like that. But I've just been sitting on it all the time and it really, really helps. Not only are you able to sit on top of it and kind of like bounce on it, but you can also lean against it. So if you put it down and you can like lean on it, if that makes sense, that'll kind of help with the back pain if back pain is something that you're dealing with. So I hope this week is good to you. This is week 36 and 37. If you end up delivering, I just want to say congratulations on your new baby. If not, we'll see you in the next video for week 38, and we'll just keep going until, like I said, I deliver. But if not, congratulations. And if you're still pregnant with me, we'll see you on the next video.